Okay. Are you ready?
All right, let's do it.
Ready.
All right.
Am I ready?
Are you
I'm
ready?
leading the way. I'm ready.
Do
you ready?
Do you want to lead the way?
I'm ready.
You ready to go?
Go.
You ready?
Do it.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another podcast. It is I, Skitzo, followed by Digital Hero,
Hey.
and also with the Sith Aggressor. And for the first time, prepare yourself.
First
Internet.
appearance of
The Texan is here. It is
Rainbow Panda.
I am.
Oh no, I am Voodoo.
Hello,
Welcome to
I-
Thunderdome, bitches.
That's it. It's over. How's everybody doing?
Good.
Fucking great.
Good, man.
It's all right. It's
Awesome.
all right.
I mean, I'm so happy that you're here, Voodoo. I mean, if you could see underneath this section, you'd tell I was really happy.
Yeah, you can't technically angle the camera down because it is an R-rated show.
I mean, I could, but I'm shy.
Yeah.
How's everybody been?
Cold.
What games you been playing?
It's
neat.
hence the hoodie. Hence the hoodie.
I finished up the Iron Banner in Destiny, and basically that was a huge pain in the ass to finish all that out. And it's kind of disappointing. The game is at this point in time, it just keeps leveling the fuck out, and that's all it seems like it's going to be.
Yeah,
I got to tell
It's
you,
shit, man. It's all right, Voodoo. It's shit. You can say it.
you can say that.
We're
it's
here
shit.
for you.
was about.
I'm not going to go so far
as
as to say it's shit. The game itself, when it came out,
It's shit.
started up, it was good. It was
When
another
it-
Destiny.
When it started,
But-
it had a great story campaign, and then it
And it
slowly
looked nice.
and painfully went to shit town.
Yeah, but I stayed in there. Me and Voodoo stayed in. I think we stayed in the longest. I mean, I on 2 podcasts, I fought for how much I love Destiny and Destiny 2, for real.
Mhm.
And I jumped ship 2 weeks ago. And Voodoo is staying strong. I don't
I
know.
wanted to finish up the Iron Banner,
Well,
at least.
yeah, we'll give you at least that, but
And I was actually
Fucking
thinking about that
PUBG.
today, that
Play
I
some
probably wouldn't pick it up again, if not at all. It's just,
smell
it
that?
seems like...
That smells like PUBG.
PUBG,
Yeah, no.
PUBG!
get some
Oh, man.
sun. PUBG,
Yeah, get some PUBG up in you. Or Monster Hunter, man. Monster
Monster
Hunter's
Hunter's
fucking
good too,
kick-ass fun. Yeah.
Monster Hunter 2.
I really don't think I'm going to be satisfied with the game until Borderlands 3 comes out.
Well,
That's just my personal
Just pack up your Xbox now and start reading and learning a new language or some shit.
Yeah.
Like
be
better
wild.
your life because you'll be
Yeah.
waiting that long for it.
Yep. I mean, I don't think Randy Pitcher and the rest of them are ready to rush that at all.
I mean, just so you know, when Borderlands 3 comes out, the first 2 days are just going to be me masturbating to the thought that the game came out, and then I'm going to start playing it.
So you're just
So,
gonna,
yeah,
so you're just gonna like prop it up in your room, like right in front of the TV, like on top of the
fucking
Xbox.
stare at it.
And you're just gonna stare at it.
can't believe you're finally here.
Yeah, yeah. It's just, and you're not even. It's not gonna be enjoyable. You're just gonna be. It's gonna be like angry masturbating. To
It's
you.
just-
Yes.
Go fuck yeah! You know.
It's going to be hate fucking is
Yeah,
what it is.
yeah, exactly. And then you'll pry it out of the fucking sticky wrapper and put it in
Mhm.
your Xbox.
Yep.
Well, I'm definitely leaving the wrapper on until that's all done.
Oh,
the
yeah, you
cellophane.
Yeah. You don't wanna get that
Easy
all over the
cleanup.
place. Yeah, that'd be gross.
It's going to be a binge play for sure. I mean, it definitely will. Like, I'm super stoked for it. But let's get on with what's going on.
What's going
Give the
on?
people what they want.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to take away from your news feed there.
Listen, no,
Yeah.
see, I'm in charge here, and you're going to fall in line. You're going to fall in line.
Except
Oh,
that,
make
that
it
we have no
fast.
rules, so
There's rules. What is this, Fight Club?
yeah,
There's rules.
there's no fucking
Nobody talks about the podcast. First of
You're
all,
just realising, Terry, that you're wearing the Liverpool tea cozy to go along with the 11 mugs and no cups.
rules. I am.
uh,
That's a whole separate podcast for another day.
Microsoft
I
to
missed
buy
something.
Valve, EA, or
So
PUBG people.
So this is obviously speculation and rumor and inside talking and shit.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
holy fuck, do I ever want this to happen? Holy
Yeah.
fuck! The only people at this point in time, not only with the cash, but with the wherewithal and the gusto, we'd call it, to actually take EA and make them stop fucking around.
Yeah.
Because
Sure.
Yeah, like they're the only ones who could do it, really. And then that just makes Game Pass retarded at that point in time, like beyond fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if you have access to the Steam library, like on the Game Pass along with everything else, I mean, holy shit.
But
the only thing is this,
I was looking at
what would be the consequences, you reckon? Like, what's the consequences going to be if they take the likes of EA? I mean, that's going to fucking seriously fist Sony.
Well,
Right?
So the way it would work is I think they would just owned by Microsoft, much like, it wouldn't be a Microsoft Direct Studio kind of thing. They'd be just owned by Microsoft. So like EA owns several studios and releases multi-platform.
Yeah.
I think Microsoft would do the same thing. However, they would be able to give preferential treatment to games towards Game Pass, maybe early access, beta access, so things like that. That's how I was thinking about it. But I don't think it's going to collapse Sony per se. I mean, you need someone else to be able to make games, and Sony's still going to have their first party platform stuff, and they're still going to be able to. You're still going to have EA games, sports games, and other studio games that will potentially be owned by Microsoft if something like this went through. But it just allows them to have a little bit more control in how it's released and who it's released to. You might see, an exclusive title or a lot more exclusive titles to Microsoft, or something along the lines of a PUBG thing where they say, okay, well, you have exclusive rights to it for the first year, much like Destiny had all the exclusives for the first little bit for Sony, right?
Sony, yeah.
So that's how I was envisioning it, something like that. But I mean, you'd need all the money in the world for Valve. Like fuck. Like EA alone would be very expensive, but Valve, it need to just to buy the Steam platform, you'd need to like fuck all the bitcoins and the money.
I got to tell you, I'd say the chances if they're looking into buying any of those, I got to tell you that the biggest chance that they got is Bluehole. Because Bluehole got PUBG and that's it, and it's kind of new. Yeah. The problem with EA is I think EA is the slimmest chance for them to get. I would say Valve, because Valve, Gabe Newell and his homies with Valve, they have so much damn money that they're just like, why?
They have they have a literal money printing machine with Steam.
For real.
That's why, and that's arguably why Half-Life 3 has never come out, right? And never
will. Yeah, I don't think that there's no chance Valve ever happening. And EA,
Microsoft, buy goddamn EA, buy it so I can get my Half-Life 3.
Buy
Valve, sorry. Excuse me, Valve.
Exclusive games are so low right now. It's like their exclusive game. What do they got that's going from now? Battlefield. That's the only thing that's going right now. Yeah. I mean, what other games have they got that it's not popping off? Like
what?
They got
all the sports games.
And I know,
and UFC's pretty big too.
But those aren't owned by EA. Those are licensed properties. Disney, FIFA, and Star Wars. Those are licensed properties. Well, I mean, right now,
arguably EA doesn't own anything then, because a lot of everything they have is licensed, right?
Yeah, and I mean, right now, as it goes, it's 60-40 in favor of PlayStation 4 with EA. So it's Disney, FIFA, and Star Wars. If they have anything to do with this and they're like, you know what, we don't want this to go forward because you're going to take 20% off of our revenue. I was like, I don't think that'll ever happen. EA, I think Bluehole is the best chance they got to get because it's so new. I think Valve will never happen because Gabe and his boys got so much money that they don't need it to happen.
There's a lot of talk about something like a Bluehole sale anyway, because that allows you to have a game studio where you can release titles again towards Game Pass and exclusives and stuff like that, right? And there was a lot of the talk saying Microsoft does need to buy more studios to have exclusive content, and then Bethesda was being thrown around, which would also cost all of the money. But but that was just an example. Obviously, there is no talk of them buying Bethesda, but they're saying, I heard a lot of other casts talking and a lot of other people speaking and a lot of articles I've read saying like they need to start going after studios so they don't just have Halo, Forza, Gears of War, which are all fantastic series, but you need multiple series coming out a year excuse me, multiple multiple styles of games that are exclusive.
Yeah.
The true, because I mean, look at Sony last year and even this year coming up. Like they have a metric fucking ass ton of games coming out that are just Sony. Like it's absurd how much they have.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, but you have to have a PlayStation.
Yeah,
What's that?
Well,
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't belong here. We don't. PlayStation. I see
well,
PlayStation.
I mean, the news of PlayStation belongs here, but
Well,
Yeah.
it's it's at the end of the day,
yeah,
it'll appeal to somebody.
yeah. I'm a Microsoft kind of guy. I mean, you know, I love
shits
PlayStation.
on Microsoft. So
Yeah, I guess so. So there you go.
And I would agree if they start putting like brand new games, like same day releases out on the Game Pass, then I won't fucking buy games anymore. I'll just have Game Pass.
And
Yeah.
I think,
Especially if I still
Yeah.
have the digital rights, as long as I still have the digital rights to the games where I can download them at any point in time, kind of like how the Xbox Live Gold free game stuff is,
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
there's no friggin' point in buying any games at all.
and I think,
Oh man,
I think you're.
Well, that's like we were talking about last week, man.
Yeah.
Game Pass is brilliant, absolutely brilliant
Yeah,
idea.
yeah. If this
Well,
happens
it's-
mixed with Game Pass, that's the perfect storm.
Yeah, and
Like,
I think it's
yeah.
you're looking at the Netflixization of games, right? So
It is. Yeah.
it's the ultimate games as a service, if you will, because you pay a monthly fee, and say for us, $15, $10 for you guys, $8 for the UK, and you're paying it all the time, and if you do quick math. I think whatever the quick math we did last week was, it was like if you have a certain, there's just a literal percentage of the amount of actual Xbox owners who buy it. It's something like $30-40 million a month.
Yep.
And that's whether they buy download a game or not, right? It's just it's just free money rolling in, so it allows you so much stuff.
I mean, when Sea of Thieves comes out, I'm not going to buy a copy of Sea of Thieves. I'm going to need the Game Pass. I mean, I'll get Sea of Thieves day one, and I mean, immediately Sea of Thieves brand new would be, what is it, 59? You'd say it's going to be 59?
$50-60, maybe.
Yeah,
80
something
for
like
us.
that.
Like normal.
So that's like 4 months of Game Pass. So why
Well,
wouldn't I?
Well, you work it out, right? You're looking at what? 2 games, two for AAA games at $80 a pop,
Yeah,
or 60 in the States, right?
yeah, a year. And I mean, we all purchase more than that.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
I
so
purchased more than that this month.
yes,
Yeah.
Well, my
Did.
only
Did.
concern with this would be DLCs. Are the DLCs going to be included in the price of the Game Pass, or am I going to have to add that on top of my $10 a month?
The way I see it is probably not, because if you're paying your $10 a month to play unlimited games, this then allows companies like EA to come and say, hey, you didn't actually buy the game now because you have it on Games Pass. So then it allows them to, I guess, a little bit more of a softer entry into the loot box style, or not even necessarily, I don't want to use loot box, microtransactions, right? So yeah, you didn't pay for the game, and you might not get the high-level guns and gear, but you flip a couple of bucks here, 99 cents for this, 99 cents for that, and you can trick out a character however you want. And that, I'm actually okay with that, because that makes it a little bit softer. And
it does.
And but again,
you're just talking about cosmetics, right?
Well, it could be cosmetics, but it also could be. I prefer cosmetics because I don't want any of the game content to be locked. I'd rather, if I have to pay to trick out my character a certain way, that's fine, as long as it has no bearing on gameplay or skill ability. Or anything
I mean,
like that.
I don't want to have to pay money
Right.
to get a specific gun or a piece of armor or some shit.
But if you're not paying for the game initially, and you're just paying a monthly fee, and you don't pay anything to play any of these games, it does make it a little bit more viable. It does make it a little bit easier to swallow if something like that comes in. So I paid $10 for a month. So arguably, let's say Game X comes out, and you play Game X for just that month, and that's the only game you play. So really, it costs you $10 to play that game that month. And then you're playing it so much that you say, okay, well, I'll buy a gun or two or a piece of armor or whatever, if they're not cosmetic, if they're actually gameplay related. And then you say, okay, well, I spent $15, and you have a tricked out character or something like that.
I
Right?
mean,
So
to me, that's kind of a slippery slope.
It's a very slippery slope, but it does make it a little easier to swallow if you don't pay the premium price for the game up front.
It's definitely a spoonful of sugar to make medicine go down.
It is.
Main thing is,
I don't agree with it. Trust me, I'm not on board with it. I want only cosmetic, and in my ideal world, there would be no any of it. There'd be no fucking loot box, nothing. It would all be included in the game content, and I could grind if I wanted to, or do certain quests, or do whatever I had to do to go after that specific content in the game. Yeah. And it's not locked behind anything. No boxes, no paywall, no fucking grinding, nothing. It's just there, and I go get it if I want. Right? That's my ideal world. I know that's not going to happen because too many fucking
controller died there for a second. But the main thing I'm looking at is it's $10 a month. That's $120 a year.
Right.
So in order to get, if you're talking just straight money, that's two full games that you would have to play per year.
Yep.
In order to get your money's worth, which is 100% doable.
It's super easy. We do that. We do that sometimes in a fucking month.
Yep. Exactly. Now, what I would have the issue with is that if technically I don't own the game, and if it's on the subscription, and I'm like, okay, well, I don't want to subscribe anymore, but I bought the DLCs. If I was made to buy the DLCs for that, well, now I've spent, how much ever money for all those DLCs that is fucking useless because I don't have the main game.
Well, I mean that's kind of the price you pay. Like, I mean, you're getting something for nothing, basically. But then again,
I think
that's the point.
At the minute, it's going to be
for it at that $10 a month fee. All of that shit to me should be included with that fee.
Well,
but you're not playing.
But you're paying $10 a month for all the games on Game Pass. It's not just that one game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's access to all them games. It just happens to be a happenstance that you can play that game. Although I was thinking,
I think it's a really, really good idea. I would like to see it tweaked a little bit, just so I'm not guessing at where my money's going or what I'm actually paying for. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, but I figure it's like most of the time we drop $50, $60 for the base game anyway. How many times have you seen the Ultra Pack or the limited edition $120? You get all the DLC and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But if you're dropping $50 to $60, you're getting the base anyway.
But we've gotten burned on that. Like when I know I bought the Division and I bought the Uber edition, and we played for maybe a month, and the game was garbage. And so now I'm out all together.
So for me, I've actually, because of these two games, Destiny 2 and Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Yep.
Because of what happened with those and how badly they got fucked.
Yeah.
I'm actually never buying, or also I shouldn't say that. I will never pre-order a super edition of a game ever again.
Agreed.
Yeah. Except for Borderlands 3, because you better get all of them because
you got to. It's Borderlands 3.
Well, you know what I mean, though. That's where I'm at with it now.
Pitchford is listening to this podcast. Borderlands 3 you better bring it, you sumbitch.
But Borderlands 3 is no different. It's not in any different of a space. They can just say, oh, we got all the super edition people now, so fuck them. Here's a bunch of crap content, right? It's
what Borderlands has never burned me. Borderlands has always held me and cradled me and loved me.
That community would roast the living shit out of that studio if something like that happened.
Look at
I gotta be honest with you, I didn't much like that last Borderlands, whatever one that was. The one on the moon. Pre-sequel. I thought it was pretty flat.
Yeah.
It was.
That was like a remake of 2. It was basically like a remake of 2 that just kind of told the beginning story.
Yeah, well, I didn't. Yeah. I wasn't feeling the whole jumping up in the air and the oxygen tank thing and all that stuff.
And let's not forget that was 2K Australia, so that doesn't really count because they're not actually people or a country or whatever.
I mean, they're upside down all the time, so all the blood was running through their heads.
Yeah,
they couldn't really think straight about how they want to do it.
You just alienated their whole.
Don't run from us.
Yeah, you just alienated their whole fucking people. Yeah.
Why haven't they fallen off the earth yet?
Shit like that.
Oh fuck.
And what else, Sam?
Listen, everybody's group has an asshole, and he's our asshole.
So. He is. He's the bottom end of the beat for us.
What's next up? What else we got?
Well, we'll stick with the EA theme we're going here. EA has officially delayed Anthem.
I heard.
Good.
This is a good thing.
This is a good thing.
I've been following their Twitter.
If they're going to release this game, it needs to come out 100% working, no fucking around.
Yeah.
Seriously,
Agreed.
It looks that good. I mean, to spoil it now would just be a travesty.
Agreed.
It's better to have to be disappointed that a game is delayed than to be angry because the game is fucked when it comes out early.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. Yep.
Division.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can use there's a fucking. I'd need everybody's hands here to have all the examples of all the games that have come out completely fucked.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. EA has a fucking. They've definitely got form for doing that.
Well,
Battlefield 4,
and I get
is
it.
a disaster.
EA's a big company. They have shareholders and quarterly fucking targets to meet. And if a game doesn't come out on time or it's it's not quite done, oh fuck it, we need to get it out so people buy it and we'll patch it later, right? So I get where they're coming from, but it works out better in the long run if you don't do that, right?
See, you guys are
Blizzard.
taking the idea that they're doing this because there's something they need to improve. I'm taking the other idea that they're doing this because they got fucked on the loot boxes and they have a system in place that will do it again, and they need to take that the hell out of there.
Well, yeah, I mean,
that is a very valid point. There could very well be that, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
that's something that they need to put to bed. That has to be stopped because it's getting out of hand.
Yeah, and they are the company now, so they know that people are going to be ready to attack, especially them.
Mm-hmm.
So,
after that last fiasco, hell people are going to be all their ass. What? That appears to be a loot box.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, and even if you can't even mask it with fancy marketing anymore either. You can't say, well, it's a chance cube but no, it's not. It's a fucking loot box, right?
Yeah.
If I have to pay for the currency in game with real world money, and that currency in game therefore gets me a box or a crate or a chest or a dice or some sort of fucking portal, and a whole bunch of shit comes out of it randomly, it's a loot box. Period.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Agreed. I really take the idea that a company should take as long as it takes. Don't rush it.
Blizzard.
And it's like CD Projekt Red with Cyberpunk 2077. They're like, when people are coming at them and asking them about Cyberpunk, their response to them is, it's taking as long as it's going to take.
That's Blizzard's whole mantra, right?
I'll tell you something in regards to that though that's slightly scary is the fact that this game's been on the back burner for years and years now, and they did that before with a game. I can't remember what it was called off the top of my head. This one where it was like sort of Techno Vikings. Remember that one? It got delayed for like 3 or 4 years, something like that there, and it turned out it was fucking terrible. Hell, was it called?
I'm going to look up Techno Vikings, and I'm just going to get a picture of that guy.
I don't think you should Google that.
At the all the raves.
You shouldn't Google that at all. You might get something you don't want to see.
Or maybe he does want to see it.
Maybe you do.
Yeah. I mean,
I'll see if I can find it.
Yeah.
But I overall think if it's to improve the game, 155% behind it.
And
Stop pushing product out.
It has to be for that. There's no other reason to delay it except for somebody on the dev side has said, hey, XYZ is fucked. It's not going to be ready in time. Give us some extra time. And they said, you know what? After what happened with the last couple of fucks we just had, let's give them some time.
Take a little time here. Yeah, their response and what they said was, it's not that the game isn't ready. They're saying it's because they don't want to put it out when it was going to be put out because it was a really crowded time for video gaming, and they don't want their game to be overshadowed by anything.
Nice save.
So
Anthem is a AAA fucking EA title
Anthem,
from BioWare.
Anthem,
They could stick that fucking game wherever they want. and every other game around it arguably is going to not do quite as well because it's a fucking BioWare game.
Well, having said that, after the Mass Effect, the Andromeda being rushed out, I mean, BioWare's in thin ice. People will fuck them up like if they release shit again. That'll be the end of them. Here, there you go. I don't know if you can see that.
No.
Futuristic Viking game, Too Human. Do you remember that?
Oh, Too Human. Oh. Okay, yeah.
That was a perfect example of too much fuckery. Way too much fucking around for years and years trying to get it right, and then it just came out and it was like garbage to start. At the end of the day, it was...
It's CD Projekt Red, though, man. After Witcher 3, Witcher 3 was breathtakingly awesome. Like, I've never got lost in a game. The only reason why I stopped playing Witcher 3 after hundreds of hours...
That's because we played too many games?
Well, that too. But I couldn't get back to the main story. I had gone so far into, like, subquests and all these optional quests that I lost my way from the storyline.
you got so lost in the side stories you didn't know what
storyline.
You couldn't remember.
There wasn't a menu option that said, "Hey, this is the story mission."
No, what I'm saying is it was there, but what I'm saying is I wasn't interested in it anymore. I went over here and I did so much things for like 60 hours. They're like, "Oh, you have to save Surrey," and I was like, "Do I?" I mean, I've done everything else. I feel like I don't.
Well, that happened to me.
You can make that argument for like Fallout.
I've never really followed a storyline for Fallout. Like right at the beginning of Fallout, I go off and I do my own thing.
Strike out.
Yeah,
man,
like
almost. I back whenever I played Oblivion, way back when, like I went around and did all the side quests, joined all the guilds, and mastered all the guilds and shit. And then I went and did the main storyline, and there's a part where you had to go through this gate. And there was just tons of enemies, and they were that high level that I couldn't get past it. I couldn't beat the game because the enemies were too difficult. It sucked ass, like. Yeah.
I had a buddy that was playing that game, and he spent all of his time playing that game in one city. And his point about that game was he wanted to loot everything in the city, and he threw it all under a bridge that you had to cross to get into the city. And he threw so much garbage under that bridge that his save froze. He would load into the game, and the game would freeze.
They said, "No polluting, sir." That's it.
That was
we freeze your game.
He ruined his game because he had looted and put so much things in under this bridge.
Beautiful.
Great. Terrorists strike again.
That's right.
What
else is up?
Let's see. What next is up is Red Dead Redemption 2, October 26th.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Now, that is pushed back from the original date, but that's also good too.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So
been a while since it's played.
I'm gonna get a lot of hate on this, but I never really played any of the Red Dead Redemptions.
Really? Or like even
you're a very poor Texan. Where the cowboys come from?
Cowboy game.
It's
I'm sorry. To me, it
you even own a pair of cowboy boots.
Yeah. Fuck off.
How can you justify this? Like, go play them right now.
Honestly, it was because when I first saw it, it looked like GTA with cowboys, and I was not a fan of Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, man. Well, no. Arguably, I mean, yeah, it's a Rockstar game, and that's kind of what Rockstar does superbly well: is open world, free roam.
What about, like, imagine how big the map's going to be now?
Yeah,
and you've got the part of these consoles.
Mm-hmm.
Your headset's now off there, Sith. We're getting you on the Kinect.
I
can't hear any sound.
No.
Turn your controller back on.
Turn your controller on.
Controller on. R2D2.
You need to push the button. Push the button.
Controller on.
Button.
Turn the controller on.
Button. Push the button.
Oh, wait, Mark.
No, you need no.
Turn his fucking controller on.
Turn the controller on. Got it?
Yeah.
Fucking jackass.
Hey.
Welcome back.
I can't hear shit. So what the fuck's going on? It's like, I'm asshole.
You're out.
But back to it. It was GTA, and I think it was GTA 5. Like, I played a bit of it, and I wasn't a fan of the third-person shooter. If if I was going to shoot stuff, which was half the game,
Right.
I would rather have it in first-person mode, which I think they address in the last one. I think they had a first-person mode on it.
There is.
So I might give that another shot.
Oh, 5 is
really
amazing.
It was really just that third-person shooter that I did not care for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then, well, I mean, it's an open world Western style game like that. But I mean, it's just such a beautiful game the way it's laid out, right? And it's an open world story, side missions and all that stuff. But it's in the West, man, the Wild West.
Yeah. I live in the Wild West. I don't give a damn.
You know what? I came into it at the end of it. I came into the end of Red Dead Redemption at the end where it was like, it was filthy with people. When you went online, the people had all the things. First time I went online, I got killed by somebody with a golden gun riding a zebra. I came in right at the end of it.
That's way late.
I was way late to the party. And I remember like the original Red Dead. And I remember when you were learning the ability to use your slow 6-shooter.
Yeah.
That was so awesome, man. And I remember how great that was. But then I came in late at Red Dead Redemption. And
you showed
killed by a guy
like,
on a zebra.
You're like that guy who like fell asleep, right? Like everyone's like, biggest party in the world, man. Biggest party in the world. You got to be there, and you're like, I'll be there. But you like fell asleep, and you woke up at like 1 a.m. And then you were like, fuck the big party, and you went to the big party, and you got there by like 1:30, 1:45, and shit's weird. Weird.
I roll in there, and everybody.
You didn't evolve with the party. You didn't get intoxicated with the party. You just showed up.
Now
and
you're an
shit's
outsider.
Weird. Yeah.
Nobody wants to talk to you.
Yeah, no.
They
can't handle you.
What is he doing here?
Yeah.
The only person still awake is that like really fat, ugly chick. That you wouldn't fuck with the Sith dick or anything like that.
Holy fuck. Listen to this guy. Can't take him anywhere. Anyway.
No.
So you walked in.
I apologize to all the really fat, ugly chicks who are listening into the podcast. You fat bottom girls, y'all make that rockin' world go round.
That's their Texan. So anyway, so you showed up to the party, and then there's fucking zebra riding, golden gun wielding bitch.
Yeah.
And you know what? I couldn't get down because when I went online and I got killed by the zebra guy, he continued to kill me for about 45 minutes, and I took the disc out of my Xbox 360 and I threw it across the room. Said, "Fuck you, zebra." True story. That's the reason why I was late, because that was around the time that I got the Xbox 360. Mm-hmm. So it was like, what can I say, man? Stop shaming me. Don't look at me with your judgmental glares.
Shame.
For shame.
But on the plus side, we'll soon be able to play Mario Kart on our phone.
That's fucking sweet.
Fucking A. Yeah, man.
That's fucking sweet. I still play. A lot of people dropped off from it, but I still play Mario Run because it's fucking fun and it's great to play for a minute or two when you're trying to have a poo.
I foresee a lot of people falling out of chairs and shit just because they're trying to like institute the lean to turn the cart.
Yeah. You know that people falling off the toilet.
I'm predicting lawsuits for injuries over this game here. I'm predicting that right now.
I predict that it's going to replace porn on your cell phone when you go to the bathroom. And you know what?
It will for it's going to bring.
Month, anyway. No, it's not.
It's going to bring a whole new meaning to "I got a turtle poking." Whole new meaning.
A turtle head poking it.
Have you been saving that joke all day? Seriously?
He has, like.
You just squeaked it on in there.
Look,
he definitely had that
there. I got this shit highlighted and shit. I'm like, I'm gonna make it funny.
He fucking great. You jackass.
I mean, no, it ain't the way it just happened, man. I'm like that. You get down like that, man.
It was totally organic.
He's turned the camera so it's not faced at the computer. Make sure you work this joke in.
Delete.
Can't see it, but it says right there, turtle poking.
Here, look at all the porn tabs he's got on there.
That's to be expected.
I mean, you know what it is. I love me some midget porn.
That's right.
But you need to watch, because see if you get a red turtle head poking out, that's when you need to go and get checked out.
You gotta watch out. Isn't that a sign of alcoholism?
Is
if
that
you poop blood?
from experience there, Sith?
Also,
once
once you eventually deal with it, it'll follow whoever's in front of you.
like a bad smell.
You lost me there. I was like, what's happening here?
Now that was an organic joke.
That was organic.
I have no.
Take notes.
I have no show notes. I just wing it.
It was a thinker, Curtis. It was a thinker.
Does anybody know is there going to be any kind of multiplayer on the Mario Kart for your phone, like online?
I would assume there would have to be.
There would have to be. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Like what? It's like Bluetooth to each other or some shit, or?
I don't think it's even coming out until next year. Isn't it? It's like March next year.
I would think they would have to have like some kind of online server, kind of like with those other games like Clash of Clans or some shit like that, where it's an actual server based like your normal Xbox or.
Do you think it's gonna
whatever
have
live games?
Do you think it's gonna have like Mario on the front, just going? Like, is that going to be the icon? Because that's all the icon is for any of those games. It's just like microtransactions.
I really wish it's just Mario on a fucking go-kart with the middle finger up.
Yeah, and then it says in-game purchases, bitch.
Did you see those memes that they put out a while ago when it was the Wii U Mario Kart? And every time Luigi passes you, he gives this like gangster look every time he passes you, and people memed it out. Luigi passing him, and he's like, straight gangster.
More importantly, though, this next bit of news, is my jam.
Ooh. The next bit of news?
Yeah, Nintendo's online service.
Yep.
Fuck yeah. I am so fucking excited for this. Man.
Stoked.
Yeah. I love my Switch. I'm the resident Switch lover.
Yep.
I am a Nintendo fan once again, after being burnt and owning a Wii U for approximately 4.7 seconds.
I thought the Labo would bring you in.
No, fuck. That's not for me. It's for my nephew. It's for kids. But no, this is awesome. I want to see... I want to know more details of it, obviously. I mean, it's just launching in September is all we know, really. Several games are going to be compatible with it. Of course, Splatoon 2 you'll see. But I want to see more. I want to know what's... And you know what? I'm more excited just for the announcement alone, let alone what it's going to be. Because I know it's just going to allow online play. I can't wait to play
Will it be free?
I haven't read anything on this. What are we talking about?
I think it's looking to charge you $20 a year, so it is a bit more.
That's okay. I mean, it's
a bit more of a budget system, you know, in comparison to an Xbox Live or a Sony Sony PlayStation Plus.
It's like a Nintendo Direct, so you'll be able to get Nintendo games online there, like a service.
Yeah. So it's a little bit less money, but. Yeah. If it gives me all the same capabilities of online and doesn't, you know, it's not like, say, fucked up, then I'll be happy with it. But
so
I don't really care about an eShop per se. The eShop that's on it now, rather I should say, is fine. I don't really care about a virtual console. I should separate it into that. I collect retro games. I'm cool with that. I don't need I prefer the pure experience. That's just me, though. But I don't really feel the need for a virtual console. I've been there and done that with all the other ones. And the reason being, fighting a cold. The reason being is because once you get rid of that system or jump onto the next one, all those games you just purchased are stuck on that other console system. And then like Wii is starting to drop off here, I think this year. They're shutting down the Wii servers, so all those virtual console games you purchased are gone. So right, you know, so I don't feel the need for one.
So this is like Xbox Live for Nintendo. Is that what I'm understanding?
Yes. Yeah. So this is the first time they've had a paid service for any of their online stuff. Wii U, arguably, Wii U was the first console they had online. You could play. You know, they had Black Ops 2 on the system. You could play that online, and the online service was free, but it was fucked. So hopefully a paid service is going to be, obviously you would expect a lot more quality out of it because it is paid. So something like that is kind of exciting. So you can have, again, there's not too many details out for how they're going to do it. But I would like to have tournaments.
I hope they do a good job of like protecting the service, because like people seem to be very good at, like, look at what happened to Sony. I mean, what was that, like a month, nearly 2 months or something? They killed the PSN.
Yeah.
You know, and that definitely need to make sure that's.
Is that?
I don't know if you get the same level of troll on Nintendo.
I don't exactly. I was gonna say, is that really a target of Nintendo? Is that, I don't. Well, maybe it is. Who knows? But I'd see it as, you know, maybe because there's 60-70 million PlayStation 4s out in the wild, then it makes more sense to go after the biggest fish to get the most bang for your buck on that sort of thing, right?
So.
But I'm assuming that they would make it quite secure.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't been a Nintendo fan since way back when. I guess SNES,
really?
Maybe some N64.
That's definitely the golden era of it, right?
But that was kind of the thing. Other than GoldenEye, we've talked about this. Most of the games are geared toward children. They really are.
Yeah.
And until Nintendo can step up into that platform and get the older generation, our generation, starting to play some of these games, I think there's still always going to be that small, little bitty company, underdog, while Xbox and PlayStation take all these other developers, publishers, Activision, what have you, Infinity Ward, and just keep on growing. They're not going to be able to compete. Because once those kids grow up and they're no longer going to be interested in playing a Mario game, they want to play their Call of Duties, their Destinies, their Halos, they're all going to leave.
No, I don't necessarily agree with that. Well, in some
but there's always more children, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so people like me who now have kids who grew up on Nintendo, now I have a Switch that I play with my kids. So it's a reciprocal thing, right? It's a family. It's still considered the family system, right? So you have people sitting down playing. Yeah, and I mean, there is going to be a contingent of people that obviously stop playing games altogether, or go into the more adult style games and play those. Yeah. But I still think that Nintendo's synonymous with the family element. So you're going to have.
Well, I mean, their consoles are as a real much cheaper. And it's they're much more family friendly, you know what I mean, than going out and buying an Xbox One X for 450 quid, like, you know what I mean, or you know, I think they'll always have that. I mean, if they control that whole niche part of the market, well, then more power to them.
Yeah. I mean, the One X was specifically designed for those hardcore gamers that want the best out of their console without going to a PC. And
and I have a PC. How fucked up is that?
I have both of those as well.
Yeah, you know, so my thing for this generation is PC, Xbox, and Switch, right? So but I got a Switch because it's just so fucking cool, man. It's easily the number one selling console right now. It's fucking Nintendo's on a goddamn massive roll.
I mean, is that the one that I'm seeing that's basically a tablet?
It is, yeah.
That's the game console is a tablet?
Yeah, well, no, so it's a console, right? So its primary function is it sits in a dock, and you play it on your TV with a controller. You can buy the Pro controller, or you can use the two sticks like you would on the Wii, or it comes also with a slot that you can put the two in and then play as a regular controller if you want. That's console mode, we'll call it. The other mode is where you take the two sticks and you put them into the side of the screen that sits in the dock, and you pull it out of the dock, and now it's a portable system. So it's the best of both worlds, and it's fucking flawless. Yeah. It's flawless.
Well, I mean, what's the actual CPU? Is it the tablet that you pick up and pull around, and the docking station is literally there to display it to your TV?
Into the TV, that's all it does, yeah. But the machine itself is the tablet. And it's fucking flawless. Cool. There is zero difference between frame rate, graphics, nothing. It's just, when I'm laying in bed at the end of the day, I've got the tablet mode there when I'm playing with my kids. I put it in dock mode and it goes up on the TV. If my wife's watching TV and I want to play Flip on Mario or Celeste or any of these games that I've been playing recently, I pull it out of the dock and sit on the couch. And then when you drop it back in the dock, it goes right back to the TV and it's fucking instant. Flawless.
Okay, so then my next question on it would be, is it like 100% portable, or do you have to have it within a range of the docking station? Like,
no, 100%
I can
portable.
Drive to fucking Florida from Texas and be playing the entire way.
Yes.
I had a way to charge it.
Yes. Full play if you're playing at full brightness, your your charge is going to be about 3 hours, 4 hours.
Okay,
if you
so
can plug
what
it
sounds like is it's a glorified Android tablet.
But
with a Play Store.
But
that's what it sounds like.
Yeah, but it's way better because it has awesome games on it.
Yeah. And plus you got proper controller you can use as well. I mean, tablets, you're fucking swishing your finger
this is
about.
an actual controller. No, it's seriously. It's
talking about I can link up my Xbox controller to my phone right now.
Yeah, I was skeptical at first, and then the Mario pack came out, and I bought the Mario pack with Odyssey in it, and fucking Odyssey, by the way, is the best Mario since Mario World. It's so fucking fun. Seriously, I'm not joking, man. It's so fucking
good.
It's not
yeah, man.
Seriously.
That's a statement.
Bold claim.
That's
wow.
I'm not.
That is a very bold claim.
I stand by it. It is the best Mario game since Super Mario World. I'm not joking. It is a fucking astounding. It's a masterpiece. How good it is.
Wow.
Yeah. That's how good it is. So the quality behind the way they've set this system up is it only has success. Now, the only way Nintendo can fuck it up is by releasing a whole bunch of shitty games and not allowing third-party support in. If they get the third-party support and they get all the games on board, good, solid first-party IPs, the system's going to demolish. It's so fucking good. I'm speaking from. That's talking from a hardcore gamer perspective, right? I mean, I am massive Master Race fucking PC, super graphics, ultra fucking frame rates. I'm not and I was blown away by the system.
And I mean, you went into the system thinking you weren't gonna like it. You got it, and you were
I wouldn't say that.
Try.
I wouldn't say that.
Well,
I didn't go in not thinking I was gonna like it because I'll never buy anything not thinking I'm gonna like it.
Okay.
I was going in as kind of a wounded person because of
low expectations.
I bought it and I went, it's got Zelda and Mario. I'm a Zelda and Mario fan. I'll play them. And then after playing with it for about a month, I was like, this is the greatest fucking purchase I've made since, arguably with the Xbox, right? And the One X was a fantastic purchase as well. I'm not disappointed with that at all. But that's arguably an upgrade, not a totally new experience, right?
Yeah. Well, on with that. Shall we talk about...
one last point on that.
Mm-hmm.
Still, fuck Nintendo.
There's our text.
Proceed, sir.
It's a podcast about video gaming, and so far he's been like, fuck PlayStation, fuck Nintendo.
And fuck fat bitches. Or don't fuck fat bitches.
Fat, ugly bitches, alright? Get it right.
Oh my
god.
If you're going to quote me correctly.
I feel a little editing going on.
No, I'm putting it all straight up. No, that's how we roll, man. I'm not fucking editing shit.
Yep. I'm
putting it all straight up because it's we don't belong to anybody. That's the way the Misfit Brothers are. We don't belong to fucking no one.
Don't belong to me.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
All your base belong to us.
So, where are we going, Skitzo?
Where are we going? We're going to jump to DeLorean. We're going to gun it to 88.
It's time to go retro.
Retro.
Oh, shit, son.
What's
You're talking about retro games and you don't own any of the classic arcades on Xbox?
Of course.
Yeah, but I have the Xbox with the emulators. I mean, am I allowed to talk about that or not? I got the 8-bit dealio thing there that's licensed, fully licensed.
There you
the
go.
8-bit retro.
Yeah, no, it's not. We stole all those fucking games off the internet, put them on a fucking bullshit console that we hacked and bought it.
No,
it's
we didn't. It's all legal. It's all wrapped up.
But out of all of those games you could possibly play, the one
Prove
for this
it.
week,
Metal Gear.
Metal Gear.
Metal Gear.
Fuck
Came
yeah.
out in Japan in 1987
Yeah,
on the
July,
Famicom.
June, something around there.
A classic.
Yes.
Absolute classic.
And a totally different game. The North American version to the Japanese one is totally different.
Yeah, because Kojima's team didn't work on the North American and the European because and they didn't have access to this certain chip, this advanced mapper chip.
Okay.
So the game was like,
Well, yeah, that's how Nintendo worked. Yeah, so Nintendo would call up the way the technology worked is they had a board with a bunch of chips on it. The chips were mappers, and each mapper would call up certain things for sprites and sound, and that's why these emulators online don't do a justice job to them because, well, they're close, but they're not exact because they can't produce what the mapper actually did. So that's actually how a Nintendo game works.
yeah, and it's weird that Japan would get those first. I mean, that doesn't make any sense to
No,
me.
it's a Japanese console with a Japanese game from a Japanese company. of
Well,
course.
that's it, like, yeah.
It's like the things that were different were like one of the major things was our copy of Metal Gear. At the end of it, you took on a supercomputer that just was on the screen.
Stationary, yeah.
Like just shoot that supercomputer. Whereas originally you actually took on a Metal Gear and it moved around and shit like that. But now
Strange that because the game's called Metal Gear.
I know.
Yeah.
So they talk about it during the game, but you don't actually do anything with it.
You don't have to talk about different things to me, man. I'm still kind of hurt about the whole Mario 2. You know, you guys don't get it because you won't be able to handle it. So you guys get a remapped version of a game.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I just work here. But yeah.
It's weird though. The Japanese don't give us any sort of credit for our ability to play games at all. Like their games are. It's like we have this version of Biohazard, and you can have that version of Resident Evil. That's easy.
That's
and not hard
easier.
at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Kaijin.
I think that's changed totally by this point in time. Obviously, the video game industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry, so there's no one over there right now in Sony computer entertainment industry saying, well, we'll have to give them the easier version now. Like there's pro sports leagues and stuff like that,
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Well,
but yes, back in the day, they absolutely 100% did that.
Yeah.
Ever
But
play
it's,
Mario 2, the real Mario 2, the Lost Levels?
Never
Yeah.
played
That game
that.
was motherfucking hard.
It was on the greatest Super Nintendo cart ever.
Mario All-Stars.
Super Mario All-Stars. Greatest ever cart.
That's a retro
Done.
talk for another day.
That is, it was so great. We'll leave it there. We'll just put that right over
Just
here.
put that over there, pin that up.
There we go.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Well, here,
I'm gonna have
just
to
like
sit
we're
here
here.
and Google because I don't remember Metal Gear
You don't remember
on
Metal
the
Gear?
NES.
What?
Was that on the NES, right?
Yes, NES,
Yes.
1987.
And then he was just razzing us. You were just razzing us about it. I was like, and then
Metal
you're
Gear.
going.
I wasn't razzing you about it.
Tactical
How you won't tell about
espionage
retro
action. I mean, you can't forget
Yeah,
that
it's,
shit. It's
Metal
fucking-
Gear is one of the greatest fucking action series that's ever been created
Yeah.
by one of the greatest game
Once it got up
developers ever.
to like Metal Gear Solid and stuff,
Yeah,
So-
Metal Gear Solid.
Metal Gear
wasn't
Solid
like
was
I played it.
fucking
I wasn't that
perfect game.
enthusiastic about it. Again, you know my style of gameplay. I don't like sneaking around. I like kickdooring and blowing shit up.
So do I. But Metal Gear Solid, it was so good, man. And it was a different. It wasn't like what was the name of the? There was a stealth ninja game. I think it was called Tenchu.
Yeah,
You guys-
Tenchu. Yeah.
Tenchu was like
Stealth
100% stealth. Like 100% stealth. Like if one person found you in Tenchu, that's it. Game was over. So yeah, talking about greatness. Let's flip it over to the brand new. Well, they renamed it. Sith's Netflix corner. I'm not happy with the Netflix part. On to you, Sith.
Sis Netflix Nook.
See?
Okay.
Is that
See,
better?
here it goes. Oppression.
We're probably gonna get a cease and desist order from Netflix. don't use our
Yeah,
name.
please
No,
stop talking
no.
about us.
No, I was gonna say, yeah, Altered Carbon.
Oh,
If you haven't seen it, man, well, I know you have. You've checked out. I don't know about you, Voodoo, but it is awesome.
I watched the first episode and it is a really fucking cool premise for a show.
Of
Yep.
what now? What is
Altered
this?
Carbon.
Altered Carbon.
Carbon.
Yeah,
Check it out. Binge watch it.
outstanding.
Yeah.
I tell you what, like it looks absolutely fantastic. Like this, the futuristic city and everything is just fucking outstanding. Really
Did
good.
you see?
What's
did you
the
see
premise
time?
about?
Oh fuck!
Sorry.
The premise?
What's the premise? Yeah.
It's kind of complicated to
I'm trying to hit the
out.
info button right here.
The quick
Info
quick
button.
and dirty of it is basically in the future you get a little mechanism installed in the base of your spine that downloads your consciousness to it.
Consciousness, yeah.
And
It's called a stack.
it's called a stack, and you can't die unless the stack is destroyed.
Yeah, so it's pretty much makes you immortal if you have the right amount of
Right.
money. And people, like, you get clones and shit like that. That's called stacks. Or no, it's called
They're called
sleeves.
Sleeves.
So your
Yeah.
body
Yeah,
is called a
so you can pretty much live forever if you have the resources. It very much feels like a Blade Runner, and it's got that Netflix, I don't give a shit, we're going in giving people everything they want. Like, the gore is off the chain. There's parts where it feels like Deadpool. They really went like full
Really,
bore with
really good.
this.
So it's
Yep.
kind of the
So
premise
good.
of Ghost in the Shell.
I don't know if I would go that far.
No.
It's kind. You know what it is, man. It's a lot to do with like there's an underlying tone about people making themselves into gods, because you have like the elite they're called myths, which is for Methuselah. You know, the guy that lived for like 900 odd years. So it's kind of them who have almost become gods in themselves, and then everybody else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And your average person
them-
is just trying to scrape enough money together to get a new sleeve or just to live a bit longer. You know what I mean?
And they call people grounders.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're the lowest of the low and you don't have any money, you live down on the ground.
Mhm.
And then there's the people that are ultra rich that live above the clouds, and they never have to see the grounders.
Yeah.
It's really about society, and it's really about how the rich get so rich that they get bored with everything, and they treat the grounders as their entertainment for killing and fucking, and that's it.
Yeah.
And it's so good, man. And there's a splash Edgar Allan Poe in there. That's just oh god. And there's some Shakespeare mixed about. Oh, it's so good.
So go check it out.
It's class warfare
Yeah.
mixed with a little with the base tech premise
Yes.
of Ghost in the Shell.
I tell you what, man. Go and watch it. Just watch
Yeah.
it all. I guarantee you will be disappointed. It's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Well,
I binged it out Saturday and Sunday.
This isn't only for my benefit. This is for anybody watching this podcast.
Right.
Oh yeah, well
What
that's
the fuck are they even
that's
fucking
obvious,
talking
but, like,
about?
Yeah, but we're trying to
that's
convince
man,
you.
You
But
get that up in there, and
by trying
You don't
to
have to
convince
convince me. You already said, "Hey, just go check this out." I was going to do it anyway.
There
I tell you what, too.
yeah,
What did you-
Cloverfield.
There
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I want to
What?
see that.
I watched that earlier on today, and
Yeah.
it's fucking all right. Like it looks really nice. They've definitely put
it puts a
effort
lot
into
more
it.
the story, doesn't it? It explains a little bit more of where
It makes sense of why there's monsters and stuff in Cloverfield. You know what I mean? I don't want to go into it because obviously it'll spoil it. All I'll say is, if you like Cloverfield and you want to know a bit more about where they come from, definitely watch it. It was worth a watch. I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
From start to finish.
And that's on Netflix?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's a Netflix
Yeah.
original.
everything's
And
on
it just
Netflix
got-
now. Get Netflix.
It just got
Fucking
released
awesome.
like last
I've got
night.
Netflix.
Everyone
And
has
it's
Oh,
Netflix.
called
shit.
the Cloverfield
There's like
Paradox.
5 shows.
Yep.
Like,
Okay,
like, it
okay.
had just
So I
happened.
remember the first movie. This is the third you're telling me now? Is that what I heard?
There is
Yeah.
a second
Yeah,
movie, yes.
There was
There's
the second
What the fuck was the
Cloverfield, second one? Like 10
John Goodman in it,
Cloverfield
right?
or something, or-
I have no idea. I'll be
Cloverfield Lane
totally
was
honest.
A
I
movie
have never
about
seen it.
was a movie about fucking aliens and shit with John Goodman.
Yes, that was
Yeah.
the world. That was the Cloverfield 2.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
I never seen that one.
What?
Par-
10 Cloverfield
Paradox.
Lane?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was there was Cloverfield, and then 10 Cloverfield Lane, and now there's a Cloverfield Paradox.
Yep.
Yeah, because all 10 Cloverfield Lane was John Goodman trying to tell the people that they thought they were being held hostage they can't go up because there's something happening on the earth. They can't go up,
Yeah.
and
But
they
it
thought
was-
they were
it was
being held
aliens
hostage.
flying around.
Yes, but that
in
was
that
at
movie.
the end. I mean, I guess we just spoilered that one.
Spoiler
But-
alert.
Hmm.
If you
Spoiler
haven't
alert.
seen that fucking movie by now, get the fuck out of Fucktown, all right?
But it was Cloverfield, 10 Cloverfield Lane, and now it's Cloverfield Paradox.
All right.
And it happened. I love it when Netflix just does that. And it's like,
Yeah.
I didn't really know it was going to happen. And then I see the preview for it, and I'm like, is this coming out in a couple of months? Nah, it's on there now. And I was like,
Yeah.
damn.
Mhm.
All right,
It's decent.
sign me up.
Definitely check it out. And again, before we take off, watch more Star Trek
on Netflix.
We'll keep getting on Star Trek, boys. It's getting better and better.
We're not taking off yet because I got a quick little rant. I got a quick little something I want to say.
It's time
I'll
for
make it quick.
Skitzo's rant.
It's time. It's time. All right, Leo, listen. Nickelodeon's done a lot of things to my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
And you are arguably the biggest Ninja Turtles fan on the planet.
They've changed them a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Last year's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie was, I mean,
looked like you were swallowing that protein drink there.
it was horrible. And so now Nickelodeon's new series of Turtles that's been going on for about 6 years now is going to end at season 5, and it's right around the end of season 4 now. So with that happening and the failure of last year Turtles, they're like, we need to reinvent the Turtles. We need to make them a little better. Come on, a little edgier maybe. Give Raphael, take away his goddamn size and give him tonfuzz.
And make him a bodybuilder?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the size of him
look all massive.
like
all tiny as shit, and Raphael's all. I don't really have a huge problem with that, but they're going with the bandana style where it was like the whole head is covered instead of just the. Okay, I can handle that. I can handle him being beefier. You're taking away his weapons. I'm having some problems now. You're making them all. They all look drastically different.
I only seen a picture of it, but it looked like Leonardo was a girl or something.
It did, and the first thing I went to was like, you remember, maybe it was about 3 animation series ago. There was actually a live action one that they put out for a little while, and there was Josie Cat, and there was their sister. They brought in a 5th turtle, and her name was Venus.
Oh, okay.
Venus.
There was Venus de Milo, their sister, and I was like, I don't know about that.
That's stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. Adding
They're all named after Renaissance painters. If there was a fucking sister, you might have put a female one up there, not their piece of art.
Well, yeah.
We're gonna call her Mona Lisa.
Well, that's what I mean. It's not. I don't know about that. I think adding a girl into it to entice young women to watch the show is a good thing, right?
I think it's a great thing too.
She was a reporter.
Yeah, but she always got in shit.
But when you I feel like I'm a purist when it comes to some things, and when it comes to my Transformers, and it comes to my Turtles, they've been. Oh, and Indiana Jones. Don't get me shit started on that. This rant is going long now, so I'm cutting it off here. I'm not happy.
In fairness, Skitzo, you know what I'm hearing?
Where it's going.
I'm hearing a lot of Michael Bay. Is what I'm hearing.
You are, aren't you?
Michael Bay, he touches Transformers and he fucks it up.
If Michael Bay watches this podcast, fuck you, all right?
Yeah,
from the director of Explosions comes Explosions 2, Revenge of the Explosions.
And fuck you for turning Turtles into Megan Fox because she's nice, but she's wooden as a fucking wooden board.
Listen, Michael Bay, if you wanted to bang Megan Fox, you didn't have to bring my Turtles into it. You didn't have to.
Just make a porno and then put explosions in it.
I mean,
from the director of Exploding Cocks comes Exploding Cocks 2, Revenge of the Exploding Cocks.
Goes the nut on her face and then
just a gigantic, and then it shows like half a city blowing up, and it's and then some robot dicks come out and they all fucking transform and
to roll it up in a nice, neat little package here. I just want to say that I'm 35 hours in plus on Monster Hunter World.
Oh yeah,
and I love that shit.
I need more time to play that because it's fucking awesome.
It's so good. Yeah. The different armor you build from the monsters you take out, so good, man. And the progress feels like it's always tough enough to be like, I can still do this as long as I have strategy, but it's never easy, if you know what I mean. The only problem I find with Monster Hunter World right now is the matchmaking is broken. Sometimes you can't get into games. Sometimes when you get into games, they're cut off early. I understand all that. But if you're trying to play with your homie and you're trying to do storyline with them, it's hard to do because if you've watched a cutscene that they haven't, then they can't join you. And that's no good if you're trying to go into a mission. And you got to wait for your friend to go into mission first, and then you have to send up an SOS flare for you, and then you have to look through a matchmaking process.
You can't go in right away and help out.
Yeah. But
So is
besides
this a
that,
free-to-play game?
no.
No.
AAA.
Well,
man.
so yes, as long as you buy the game, then it's
No.
free to play it.
It's
Monster
free to play
Hunter
forever.
World.
Yes,
It's good.
buy it. Join us.
It's
It feels
really
very
good fun,
much
man.
like
That's
Final
not something
Fantasy.
I'd rather play than
It's a very Final Fantasy
Battlegrounds.
world.
Yes. And of course,
Yeah.
I mean, we're always jumping in and out of PUBG, so definitely if you want to get money for
Yeah.
worth for
Yeah.
playtime, PUBG's it.
Yeah. And
I
if
can't
you,
get enough of that fucking game.
if you want to ask us questions about PUBG or Monster Hunter World or
I'll probably pick up Monster Hunter World, but I'm not
Ah.
asking shit for PUBG.
Nice.
Yeah.
get it. And then you can ask us questions at newsinvadersnews@gmail.com.
That's right.
You send us questions. You can
We
say
got a
that.
Facebook page now.
You-
News
and we have a
Invaders
Facebook page.
Is
We
always
have two.
Twitter.
We
Oh wow, I was lost there.
And you know what?
You're talking to the viewers now.
Say-
Oh shit! I was like, is he talking to me? What the fuck is
What?
this? Why am I gonna ask
Voodoo,
you questions?
welcome to the internet. Voodoo.
we can
Welcome to
we
the
can give you
internet.
some pretty solid guides when it comes to PUBG and how to die early. If
Yeah.
you want to go in there and get killed within 30
Yeah.
seconds,
Drop
let
it
us know
also
and we'll
right
show
away.
you how.
if you want to play
And if you want guides on how Destiny sucks, I will let you know every single step of it.
Golden.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So
We encourage
In
everyone
fact,
to get in on everything and talk to us and see
Yeah.
where you want this
Yeah.
cast to go.
We'd love to hear from anybody.
And give us
for
your
sure.
feedback, comments, share, all that great stuff. And I think we might see some stuff in the future coming.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
For
Well, I'm
sure.
glad to be a part of this podcast. I'll have to get my camera and connect and whatnot working. And
You mean that rainbow
show.
panda's not you?
Oh man, I thought
Fuck,
that was you.
you didn't.
It's so lifelike.
I know it's lifelike.
No,
I'll
I
put my
don't know.
ugly mug up there with the rest of these fucks.
Yes.
I don't know if you should get cameraman. You got a voice for, or you got a face for video. Oh,
Yeah, you got that. Jack.
edit that out.
Yeah.
Leave it out.
No, that's staying
Yeah,
in.
that's
True to
right.
the bone, man. True
All
to
right.
the bone. It's on camera.
We'll see you next week.
All right.
And remember, we love
We need a
you.
cool sign off. This is lame.
No, it's not. It's awesome.
You're Liam.
You're lame. Nice
Until next
voice.
time, keep on gaming.